All right, guys, Shotty T here with another video. We got a lot of conversion stuff to do here. Get this out of the way. We'll save that other stuff. So, we have finally finished with this nightmare season. I know a couple of you guys, when I posted my videos earlier, like several months ago, had warned me about the Crimson Plague, and it definitely didn't disappoint as far as yeah, you're not gonna like this. So it's over. So we start the new season in less than 5 days. If you check out the timeline video again, my timeline is not the same as yours. So make sure you're looking at your server, the calendar, to see what's going on. All right. So in 5 days we have the black market, which will be day 57 technically of Crimson Plague, but it'll be a new season altogether. So let's look at this real quick, so that way you can follow along if you happen to be in this season or if you haven't started it yet. So during this time, the following changes will occur. Leaderboards will be frozen, so there's no more up and down movement. The R5, the leader, or the butler can distribute member rewards based on alliance reward tiers. I have to check with the butler in our alliance to see if they can. I don't know if they have to distribute my own rewards or if they're just going. The game is just going to give me my own rewards by default. All game season this gameplay will be closed and gradually removed or reset. All right. So that's just some of the stuff that's been going on. So we don't, that's a little bit of ambiguity. We don't know when officially that'll take place. Cross zone, war zone teleport will be disabled. That was probably the one thing I liked about it, because you can freely teleport, use that kind of like enemy buster style, go to the other server and back if you want to reposition yourself for like alliance exercise. But I think with the new update now, they allow you to move the exercise hub around, so it's not as needed, but it's still good to have that free teleport when you needed it. War declarations and attack on strongholds are no longer allowed. I did try that, can't do it anymore. So pretty much the map, the way it looks now, is pretty much stuck that way for the foreseeable future. We'll see when that changes, and when I know, you'll know. Season battle pass, weekly pass can no longer be purchased. Protein, mutant crystal, genetic fragment resources will be cleared at the end of the season, so please use them in time. So I guess it's a use it or lose it, but I don't get the benefit of using it. So you're telling me that the genetic fragments, all these things that we've been accumulating, um, all this time, are going to be useless when this season is over. Like, I hope the game at least gives another update later this week where this can be converted to something, because this is kind of ridiculous to have this many of a resource and have nothing to do with it. Because as you guys recall, they only allow you to do one genetic recombination every 2 hours. So if you just do the math, it's 12 hours and it's 24 hours in a day, so that's 12 times a day. And we had, what, 7 weeks of this thing. So that's 49 days. So 49 times 12, 49 times 3 is 147, 294. So 588, 588. So that's not even accounting the stuff that we can accumulate. So I have more than 588 of these, assuming that I use every single one of these in time over a 7 week period. So I just don't get it. Hopefully they will change that stance to where these can be useful. And also the protein and mutant crystals can be used for something like this stuff up here. Because really, I got, make it to where you can use it for something. All right. Um, let's continue here. Alliance loops will be cleared at the end of the season, so Alliance management should distribute rewards in time. I think we've already done that in our Alliance. So if you're wondering where that is, you go to season contributions, and these little boxes, like I said, I've already distributed throughout. different categories to give to different people. Like it's based off the leaderboard standings roughly. So make sure if you're in that, make sure that you're doing that for your Alliance members. And let's make sure that we're donating to the Alliance Tech here while I'm here. All right, so let's continue. The following will remain unchanged. So this is where it's going to stay after this season is done. So this is the key part. Oh, actually, I think I skipped one. Season buildings will be removed at the end of the season. So that's this stuff here, this area. You can still upgrade. You can still upgrade because I did upgrade this a couple of times today just for day 2 versus purposes because it didn't take long to do that compared to some of these other buildings I got within the HQ. So make sure you be aware of that. And then the last part, the following will remain unchanged. The profession levels, the profession experience points, profession experience items, and city capture status in this war zone. So I guess whatever we got captured stays. I don't know about the foreign stuff if it goes away. But of course, we'll stay tuned on the other off season. So what that means is that this right here, as I mentioned in the previous video, this will stay active because obviously this exists for something. So we'll find out if we can continue to build on this. Hopefully we can go more than level 40 because I've been stuck at level 40 for over a week. So hopefully there's ways to get higher in this. Maybe all that, maybe they can convert the unused stuff to that. That'll be helpful. Use it for something. That's all I'm saying. So here are my overall thoughts for this Crimson Plague. Now, we did fight hard the last couple of days to maintain our tier status, which was 2 million points. Not a lot of alliances was able to get this milestone. You only had two alliances that got this milestone. So that kind of tells you that if you got something where only 2 alliances get the second highest tier, that means that something is wrong. Cause that's telling me, because if you look at it, I'm just going to show you this. The 2 alliances that got that 8 million point threshold, these alliances spend a lot of money. All right. Gift level 28, gift level 29. So the higher the gift level, that means to spend a lot of money. Just for perspective, our alliance gift level is only level 18. Okay. So that, like I said, we don't really spend a lot of money. We got people that do spend. Like I said, I spent money on that little helicopter thing, but that's the most I spent at one time. Like I usually don't spend money like that. So that's commonplace. So if you go to this alliance, you'll probably see people with skins, dragons, and mountains, and all that type of stuff. Cat, the dance and DJ Cat, which I really like. But yeah. So the 2 top alliances was the only people to get this status, and obviously the one that was top number 1 overall got that. So that kind of lets you know that the rewards were not as inclusive. So they need to kind of tweak that, because I know they kind of tweaked some things when our group went through this. I'm pretty sure whoever went through this before us probably had worse settings than we did. So whoever goes through this next, hopefully they tweak some things where it's more inclusive. If they do decide to give more rewards, hopefully there's a compensation for those that have gone through it if they're going to make this easier to get. All right, so you had 4 million here, and I think we had, how many people got this? How many alliances got this milestone? So we had 19. And if you look at most of these alliances, they're based out of Korea. I think you probably got 3, maybe 4 alliances out of this entire thing. And that's probably kind of a bigger picture thing where you got a lot of, all right, that's Middle Eastern area. Well, they got a lot of, they got Middle Eastern there. But yeah, it kind of just tell you that's an American alliance. I know that this is Korean. That's somewhere in Asia. I think that's a Hong Kong flag there. That's Korean. It says English. Let's see. I'm not sure what flag that is. I want to say I recognize that flag. Okay, so we got some. So that's like got some mixture of American people there. Another Asian alliance. That's a Asian. That's a Korean alliance. That's a Korean alliance. That's American. This is Spanish. So shout out to them. That's That's a. I think that's Korean, or I'm not sure what language that is, but it's somewhere in East Asia. Korean, Korean, Australian, which is 2 hours ahead of Korea, so that time zone bias there. If you want to look at it that way, another Australian-based alliance, Korean, and Hong Kong. So really, I mean, it's kind of structured that way. I mean, the game in general is kind of that way, so it is what it is. But you kind of have to at least make it somewhat fair. But again, we were able to qualify for this. These are good rewards. We already collected these for being number 8 overall with those rewards, like the server wise, number 8. So these rewards apparently will unleash when this timer goes off. So I have to make sure that this right here is claimed by myself because I distributed the rest of these, the most of the abilities. But yeah, but overall, the one thing I liked about it obviously was the free teleports. I like that there was always something to do at least. Now the first few weeks I was annoyed with that Crimson Invasion, that Crimson Legion. Whenever you had like a zombie horde go after your base, not the zombie siege. That's totally different. We actually had to defend your city against a zombie horde that actually cost you real troops. And if you didn't defend it and it scaled with difficulty, you lost your city. I mean, what? We're supposed to be fighting against other people going after our city, not zombies. And it's at a certain time of the day where, again, time zone bias. It was 10 a.m. Eastern time. A lot of American people are at work. But guess what? In other time zones, it's in the daytime for them, or right before they go to bed, where they're more active on the game. So just some built-in disadvantages there. This thing really, we lost a lot of people in our server. Really a lot of top people, and I'm not gonna lie, we lost some people in our alliance too. Especially from the very beginning once the season started. Like one of the key guys that really helped me get to where I am, to learn all the tricks of the trade. Shout out to Soul Retrieval, because I think he's no longer in the game, and other good people that's been on there put hard work into the game. But I know everyone has a timeline on the game. For me, I'm gonna be on it for the foreseeable future. I know I have a duty to help as many people as possible get through things. Still undecided if I want to do an alternate account to kind of start from scratch and just kind of show you the basic ropes. There's still some basic stuff I want to try to get videos out. Probably with nothing going on this week. This would be a good week to get some of those things out, because a lot of the other stuff are already on the channel, like the versus stuff, the campaign, the exploration quest, the building upgrades, research upgrades, trains, trucks, arena, like pretty much everything you can think of is already out there. Talking about gear upgrades, I had a video on that, drones. So I pretty much talked about all of the stuff that's within here. I haven't really talked about decoration chests, but I could probably talk about that, as well as the what all the different icons mean across this screen, and around the border of my screen here, like all this stuff here that you see around this edge, what all that stuff means. So I can probably do something like that. But again, I'm glad that this season is over. I'm looking forward to getting these rewards. Like these will be some new tickets here. We'll see what that gives. So, but yeah, there will be a video for that when that comes out, to collect those rewards. Other than that, that's it. Yeah. So like, share, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification, and I'll talk to you later.